Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 135. The first setup was submitted by AA Ron. Why do you have a Signum if it's really not gonna make that big of a difference? I would like to see those cables tied up and at least make it one seamless stream going down, tech flex that crap, and make it look neat. I like the PC, it looks cool, but is that the best spot? Can you put it to the right? Can you put it to the left? That way you can at least have the cables go along the bottom, you can nail them in and then have it go down the leg. Knowing that you spend a lot of time gaming, I'd like to see an upgraded monitor here. I think that will help a lot. Not really worried about, you know, the snowball or anything. I think all that's fine. You have a lot of room, but I would like to see some more stuff up on the wall. Hey, Ron scored a 68. The next setup was submitted by Vettel. It is sort of underwhelming. Yeah, I would like to see the router not be on the desktop. I don't like the box. I understand what it's for, but I don't know if that's like the best way to raise your monitor up. Vettel scored a 68. The next setup was submitted by Sam. I think the real problem is the fact that you can't put anything on the wall. Not that you necessarily have anything on the desktop that needs to go on the wall, but I think what needs to happen is you need an extra storage unit that goes off to the side, like a shelving unit. We always talk about the IKEA Calyx. I think that would be beautiful on this setup because you have all these cool like bust things and whatnot that would look awesome put on there. Put your PS4 on there, put your headphone and all that stuff, the controllers, get all that crap off the desk because it is way too much. And you won't even need to put anything on the wall. You get some LED lights. I haven't recommended LED lights in a long ass time, but honestly, that will help. If you can't put anything on the wall, you might as well light it up with a different color. Sam scored a 68. The next setup was submitted by Ruben. One thing I don't really like is the fact that his monitors are just flat. You know, you never want it, especially not photo. You just see it. There's no dimension to it. The viewing angles are crap. You want it to be in a position where it's like, this is either my primary or both of them are my primary. If you want both of them to be a primary, then you need to angle both of them slightly so that if you turn to the left, you can see everything perfectly. You look to the right, you can see everything perfectly. But I think everything for the majority needs to be moved around, like the PC and whatnot. Kind of utilize that right side a little bit more. The cable management there is interesting to say the least. Obviously some headphone cable, but you don't want it like hanging down like that. Clean it up a little bit. Ruben scored a 72. The next setup was submitted by Greg. This is the kind of setup that needs to get an ultra wide because it's screaming for one. First thing that I was a little bit confused about is why is he not centered with his desk? There's no reason for him not to be centered. I understand he's got this like weird ass looking sound system, but put the sub on the floor. Then you could have the speakers perfectly aligned. Center yourself, it's gonna make it a lot easier. No reason to push yourself to the right side of a desk, especially when it's that small. I would like to see a little bit more of a splash to color, but if you're going for that simplistic magazine look, I think you definitely got it. Greg scored an 80. The next setup was submitted by Mikolaj. Mousepad, is it a mouse pad for ants? Because I'm pretty sure that's more of like a mouse rest stop. Yeah, I would definitely like to see the speakers angled in a little bit more and move that lamp to the further left side so that it's the speaker, not speaker lamp, monitor speaker. You know what I mean? You know, headphone stand's gonna help a lot. Mikolaj scored an 82. The next setup was submitted by Stefan. When I say storage, I mean this guy was like, yeah, I got storage. I definitely have storage. If you look at the first photo, underneath is beautiful. He's got the LED under his Mac Pro, which is nice. The wall still does feel a little bit like all over the place. I didn't really understand some of the things, like España should be straightened with centered with the monitors. I like it though. It's clean, and I'll give you props there. Being 16, nice, clean, to the point. Stefan scored a 90. The final setup was submitted by Tiffany. Love the Linmon Alex combo going on. I love all the white. I think that's really interesting. We don't really see like a pure white setup like this, and I like the way everything's set up. She's a console gamer, so she has her console set up with the white Xbox and everything is white over there. I'd like to see just, I'm nitpicking again, amazing setup, but like the little cable that you can see coming out of the monitor and whatnot, just like keep it going down the arm of the monitor. And the best thing about the whole setup is the theme. It's cool. I like how she covered up the window with the big banner. Big fan. Really enjoy it. Tiffany scored a 94 and got first place. Thanks for watching the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 135.